Hi everyone, so the Bitcoin price has been moving and moving and moving since our last video. It's the point that we reached the 123,000. Now we're gonna try to analyze what actually the Bitcoin price gonna do next, and some altcoins like Ethereum. Hopefully we can predict this as close as we can with the indicator the markets give to us. We're going to start the daily, and then we're going to observe as well what is happening in the 4-hour charts. If you want to take, in any case you want to play with leverage, you can go to the 4 hours. I would recommend to go to the 4 hours, and from there you can start to place some trades. And if you want to do any trade without KYC, I highly recommend your Bitunix. You can find the link in the description below, and like this you're going to help as well the channel. So now I start with this. We see this massively breakout for 107. I was calling all the time this area, and I didn't know exactly we're gonna go to 120, but for sure 115. And we break the 20, went all the way to 23, and then we have all this absorption from sellers. Now what we could think in simple words, there are two scenarios I was pointing, and actually they're kind of playing at the moment. I was mentioning before, either we're gonna be consolidation in our video before, we're gonna be consolidation like this, or in the worst case, well actually I don't think that is worse, because we could jump boy in that area. We're gonna drop down, and if we drop down, that would be the price around 112,000, where we have this big resistance for the breakdown, which is, it would be completely normal as well, because after this big consolidation we have in the breakdown, normally we go and retest just to confirm that we actually break that area. So it wouldn't really surprise me if we do that. So yeah, just keep in mind with this absorption that in the worst case we're gonna go and fall into this area. That would be the best area for you to get more sats, accumulate, or either enter to along with the leverage. This also play with the air side. I was also calling that was already overbought, so I always need to calm down a little bit in order to go higher. In the case that we see a dropping, you should jump into that. I'm gonna jump personally onto that, and from that we just gonna go higher and higher. We're gonna try to continue observe the weekly when the time comes to see when more or less we can start taking profit. If we buy around the 25,000, which I did during the bear market. Now checking the 4-hour chart, here actually look more like a breakout of the structure we have before. Let me show you. In this area we're trying to reach the previous high, but we're not able to break it. So it's breaking like that. We're not really able to make new all-time highs or breaking the previous high. So this is breaking the structure we have. The structure we have here was bullish. This is only in the 4-hour charts. This doesn't mean that the bull market is over. This is just a cool off I was mentioning to you. It's gonna happen the same. And the daily chart with this would be, and the next 8-7 days approximately, so just keep an eye on it. And the best case scenario, we're gonna be we're gonna go to this area, we can jump immediately there, or we're gonna be just consolidating. But if we don't go up, the price gonna fall down, so just keep that in mind. And we're just gonna go and reach the target, if we fell down, gonna be the target from the daily, which would be around the 112. It's just something for you to keep an eye and keep the yeah, pretty much just you can already set up limit orders if you're interested to jump in. And if you want to add trigger for your order, the best option would be to go and check and the hourly chart. Like this, you will have a better confirmation where to enter. So for the Bitcoin price, that actually is the update of the I wanted to bring up. Now also I wanted to show you a video, and it's about the Gamestope CEO, which is actually saying that Bitcoin is a hedge against inflation and global money printing. This is not something new, to be honest. If you're here for quite a long time, I'm just quite surprised that either these people that start until now understanding what Bitcoin is, or they have been just quiet and now they're just making all this public. Listen to what he's saying.
We have, think about crypto in the middle of all that. We made an investment of just over $500 million into Bitcoin, and I look at it as a hedge against inflation and global money printing, and we'll see what happens. But how much should people who are investing in GameStop think of you as some kind of like portfolio of assets and maybe even like a mini micro strategy or something? No, I mean we have our own unique strategy, and we have a very strong balance sheet, over $9 billion of cash and marketable securities, and we will deploy that capital responsibly as I would my own capital, and only look for opportunities where the downside is limited and there's a lot of upside. So we'll be opportunistic when we see those opportunities.
Exactly what he was saying. Like the downside is limited. We have the floor on it, but the upper side is unlimited. So yeah, something to keep in mind, to continue accumulating, because they're doing it and you don't want to be beside or being left and don't have anything around. Now, something important to bring up is about the icons, because it is starting to wake up and it's gaining again momentum. And you know that it's really important for Ethereum to gain this momentum, because once you do it, all the altcoins gonna go and follow him. And for that, we're gonna actually take a look to the, let me see this chart, which looks completely nice. After everybody was calling it dead, let's see. We just came. It's so crazy because people have been calling Ethereum that is completely dead, and we just went to touch the previous low. Yes, have been super slow compared to Solana or Sui or another new token or the memes. But now it's making these new highs. It's going really slow motion, but exactly like almost all the altcoins are doing right now. So I don't really surprised about that. This market is just being a little bit more slow with the altcoins. But now you can see what I was mentioning as well in one specific video for altcoins I did, which now there is a big difference about how the money is flowing around, because you see money flowing to Bitcoin pump, consolidate a little bit, and then this money flows to Ethereum and then some altcoins as well, and you start to see how they start to follow a little bit. They're not breaking the highs, but they're moving with. Before it was completely the opposite. Bitcoin was having the intention of the liquidity jump into Bitcoin, and all of the altcoins were just bleeding. There was just red, and there was no money flowing through them. Just the memes, just of these momentum things, but nothing really serious. And in the bull market, then from 2020, for example, 2021, you could see how all the icons will always follow him, making new highs. Then they consolidate, the money flow into Bitcoin. Bitcoin do the same, go up, then start to consolidate with a new high, and then start to jump into all the icons and so on and so forth, until then icons just explode. But now we start to see that, which is really nice. Let's see where Ethereum is heading now. Something I would like to mention, like once we see Ethereum close to this area, which is the orange line, I wouldn't really recommend you should get in this area. But here is no the potential, so the risk reward is most risk and reward compared to this area, to this low. So I wouldn't really recommend. In any case, I would just observe what the market is gonna do. Probably we're gonna get a rejection from there, or maybe we'll go higher and then something like this. We go higher and then a retest, and then we go up. But right now, I don't really see why you should be entered when you have the option to go in this area below, which was the 0.1817 more or less. And the lately, let me see what we're doing. And the daily, yeah, this actually is we're gonna call it F area. Right here, let me see, did I draw this before? Yes. This line, we actually break the previous high we have, which is good. But now, and you can see as well with the RSI, it's already in overbought zone. So we potentially is gonna do something like this. And this area is the FA area, which is just to F everybody who are FOMOing right now in this area, and then it's gonna be dropping to here, and then we go up. It is happening all the time has been happening. That you see it really simple here. This wasn't a downtrend, but anyway, you can also see it over there. We just went up and then down. We went up and then down. This case with here we break the, you can see it, here we break the previous high. This was the previous high, we break it, everybody's thinking now it's going to the moon, and then we go down. In this case, this was in a downtrend, so for that we went all the way down again. But now the scenario is the structure is different. Now we are in an uptrend, so potentially we're not gonna have this drop all the way to here. We're just gonna confirm it to pretty much F everybody who's jumping here in these levels, and then go up again. So just keep an eye to that. And there is no much to give in the update, to be honest. If you're waiting to jump into Ethereum, I just was wait, like I was mentioning to you, I will wait once we drop in this area, because now you can see we're already in an overbought area, and potentially you're just gonna get if you jump right now. So if you're getting value from these, just hit the like button and consider subscribing. That which help a lot the channel to grow, and also the algorithm to share to other people that are also trying to understand the market and trying to find a way to predict the market in order to don't get F for another people that is just getting FOMO to everybody. So yeah, see you next time.